So the difference is that when you're thinking about future or past to future thinking, like for instance, thinking about how you feel now versus how you did feel before. Let's say in the middle was something that you did that changed everything. Let's say you, I don't know, invented the light bulb or light switch. Okay, so it changes everything. So suddenly, all of a sudden, you can stay awake at night, and everybody's staying awake at night. Blah blah. You've just invented it. Okay. So then, now you know what you felt, how you felt before you had invented the light switch, and you know what you were thinking and how the reasons why you wanted to invent the light switch. Okay. Now on this side right here, looking back after having 10, 20, 30 years of having had perfectly wonderful lights on, you think about how you felt before. But let's say you invent something else. Let's say you also invent, let's say, the dance club or something like that. So you go dancing out every night. You invent a nightclub. So the idea of the nightclub. Okay. So now you're spending all your nights out dancing at a nightclub. Now, from this point, you think about your nightlife or how you used to feel before, sitting inside of a dark room. Now, inside of a dark room, you might have thoughts and feelings about how you would feel or how you did feel. Now, when you're going from this side, you're actually trying to think about how you would feel. There's a difference between how you did feel and how you would feel. And when you've changed things that much, there's a point where you just can't imagine how you felt. Like for instance, what I noticed is that if I just changed one or two major things, well, I could still remember how I felt. But when I changed three or four or five different things, I stopped being able to understand how I felt. So like when I invented or created the comb, because you can't just think about something. Like I actually bought the factories, had them killing the deer, found a way to get the deer killed, that had them killing the deer, then had them making the combs, and then from that point there, then things changed. So, it's just like when you're thinking about the car, you don't just invent the idea of the car. You have to invent the engine, you have to invent the tires, or at least some semblance of it. You have to invent everything and actually be able to do it. So you actually also have to have factories. Now I happen to have factories and all kinds of stuff already. So like I had textiles. So I could have always just stopped. I could have just always stopped making textiles and made cars instead. So anyway, I'm getting old. Um, and look at it. Anyway, see all the extra skin. Anyway, I'm old. But I'm just saying, I had textiles and all kinds of other stuff. And a big fat blob. Oh, sorry, I don't have five facelifts like some people. Nor am I like 18 years old and rich. Well, technically I am, but actually more technically some Jehovah's Witnesses, which are supposedly religious, which aren't. Yeah, whoever thought the religious people were actually money grubbers? What's up with that? I don't know. Whatever. I never thought that Jehovah's Witnesses or Catholics or even Protestants would actually be like these greedy, backstabbing. Like, I wonder, do they have sex with 12-year-olds too? If you're already stealing someone's money and you're already like living in their house, then are you also having sex with 12-year-olds, pretending to be in contact with this other person too? That's what I wonder. How far? How far is too far? Anyway, I don't know. I don't care. But anyway, the point was rationalizing when you've changed more than two or three things. Now, in this today's world, you probably won't change two or three major things in your life. Like we already have the light bulb, we already have candles, we already have so many things, like the CD player. But it's like the person who was about to invent VR. Even though I think I actually wanted VR already. But anyway, let's just say the person who actually does invent VR and actually makes it work. Okay, now he has a point right there where he can either not invent VR or he can invent VR. In which case, when he does, the world changes, he makes all kinds of money, and woo! And then it's so awesome, so cool, and he's rich. Now, if he invented two or three other things, well, he might actually get to where I was. I've changed like probably, like I say, 250 to 700 different life-changing things. The chainsaw, the car, the airplane, even the speedboat, really. So everyone in this world is a product of something that I changed. Regardless, I literally changed too much. But that's okay. It's a better world. Especially when you start adding computers and TV and everything else. Like just having a TV can change a lot of things. How someone feels, how someone is, someone's life. All of a sudden they have money, or their parents have money when they didn't. It changes a lot. And like I said, like my parents are actually a product of things I've done. So whatever. So is Rick Bush and a lot of other people. Personally, I don't care. I kind of wish I'd never existed now. It's been a sucky ass life, and I don't know, it's really kind of made me feel like humanity probably shouldn't live. Or at least it makes me feel lesser about humanity because, I mean, humanity, it's just showing off how sad humanity really is. Like, it's showing me, like, how humanity is shallow and fake and just a lie, or just like this thing, like girls or people will like go all amazed, or like, unless it's just an act, but they'll praise like people who are actually stupid and just fake. And then someone real like me, it's actually kind of like almost a good psychological experiment. Because like someone like me who's actually real and actually is like that, and my life sucks. But then again, that could have other factors, so I don't really care. It just, I think it's funny though. Well, yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth about it. Is it funny? Is it not funny? It is kind of funny, and it's also kind of sad. Like I say, it's kind of like one of those things. Anyway, I gotta go. But I think it's more like just like people can't really rationalize it.